I did a couple of videos earlier on tightening the belt on these things, and a lot of guys said, well, you didn't tell me how to tighten the belt. Well, the point was I wasn't tightening the belt, I was showing how tight it should be. I'm going to show you how these things are tightened, the methods they use. Okay, the first method you don't use is to adjust this pulley. This pulley is adjustable. You can remove the set screw and turn it in, and makes it brings the belt up higher. Don't do it that way. That's for adjusting the speed. That's not for adjusting the belt tension. This is a very simple adjustment on these things. Okay, if you're going to adjust this thing, just determine what actually does the adjusting. Okay, right here you got a little foot there with a bolt on it. This just rocks back and forth. Okay, so if you're going to tighten this belt, you put the belt on, and you see you can tighten it up about like that. Of course, that's too much, but all you have to do is just turn this thing up and down. Once you release the lock nut, and you can adjust it, and it'll make the belt tighter. You can see it's tightening up now. I mean, that's probably a little bit too tight, but and then you just tighten it back down again, tighten back down the set screw, and you're done. Now I've got a kind of a couple things. One, this is probably a little too tight, but and I'll change that. Okay, one thing I wanted to tell you about this is when you're adjusting these belts, the adjustment doesn't go very far. You see, if I take that off, you can see this thing just rocks up. Well, after it gets up a ways, it just kind of goes across. So if you're looking to replace a belt, or you're putting a belt on, look at that number. Okay, that's a 4L350. It means it's a 35-inch, half-inch wide belt. And it is a fractional horsepower. I got some videos on belts and stuff I'll reference. But if I was to put a 36 on here, would it work? Probably not. So just remember, if you're replacing a belt, get the same size belt you had before. Don't go 1 inch up, 1 inch down. There's a fair chance it'll either be too tight or too loose, and definitely do not put a belt on that is too tight. It will take out the bearings. That's it on this one.